Hello and welcome to the Turn Up the Radio podcast, where we discuss our favorite indie and alternative bands with new episodes every other Friday. I'm Dan.
And I'm Mike. Yeah, welcome to the show. We have some exciting segments for you guys this week, including Artist of the Month, Hidden Gem Highlight, and more.
Enjoy the show. All right. Happy Monday.
Happy dreary Monday in May to you.
I wouldn't say it's that dreary, honestly.
It's been storming for the past, 57 weeks. I was on the way here and I got the severe thunderstorm watch. And I was like, why don't you just make one continuous one for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
And just tell us to be aware. Did you have any, damage up here from?
We lost the power for, 20 hours.
Oh, that's right.
That was it, though.
Because ours came on that night, but we had a patient come in today that still is without power.
I talked to a lady today that still is without power, too.
I don't know how they're living.
So,
how are you still alive?
we had to throw away all of our groceries. That was the saddest part.
My area got cooked. There was, insulation just all over the place from, people's roofs.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And there's blocked off sections where trees are leaning. I saw a tree fall the other day. I was out.
Did you hear
in
it?
Canonsburg. Yeah, I was inside, but I heard that cracking noise is so aesthetically pleasing, even though it could have absolutely killed somebody. But hearing it, the cracking of it falling and then smashing off the road was nice.
Yeah. As long as you're not camping under it.
Or standing under it.
All right.
Dude, I do want to start by giving a big shout out to two of our fans, two of our friends that have been very supportive. Darren and Nicole for getting married. What are you laughing about?
Our fans.
Our fans.
Not two of our fans, the fans.
Yeah, probably. 2 out of the 6.
Yeah.
But they have been super supportive of us since then, and they got married last week. So
It was
just
a blast.
a big shout to them. That was a movie. It was an absolute movie. But it's nice to feel that kind of support from, and there's a few other of our friends as well. But just a huge shout out to them and wishing them every happiness together. Absolutely.
And what was that? The Bandit Outlaw, the Amish
Outlaws. Dude, shout out to them. If we could get them, they're actually every one of my segment today.
Yeah.
Every single New Music Friday, Hidden Artist of the Month for sure.
Yeah.
No, walking out and hearing Ride, that was.
I tried to explain it to Chris and I just couldn't.
I'm not going to try and explain it to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were there. If I'd have walked out, I would have tried to call you and dude, this band, it wouldn't have, you had to be there. It was a classic, you had to be there. So, fuck, I forgot to look them up.
I actually did kind of look them up. They seem pretty, decently big and, they've been around for at least, 5 years.
That seems like a spot you have to be. Also, just, you can tell, they're experienced.
Yeah.
By, the way that they were interacting and playing. And it was all very seamless. So, if they're touring, man, I'll go see them.
Me too.
Or I'll just go back down to the Jetty and see them there.
Bro, let's just get them on the pod.
We could get them on the pod.
You think any of them are actually Amish?
Yes.
Or are they just you look Amish?
I want to believe that they. Yeah.
Or do they have the band?
It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's a
and
whole
they're
gimmick.
we need you to look more Amish. If you're gonna fucking be in this band.
I don't know. The dude in the hoodie didn't strike me as an Amish character.
See,
the main singer.
I watched a video of them from years ago, and
Really?
he was the lead singer.
Shit.
So. Yeah.
They were an absolute vibe. But yeah, man. Let's get into it. What news do you have to share with us?
Episode 6 already. The only real news I had was just that there are a ton of bands touring this year, coming through Pittsburgh. Probably the ones I'm going to. Small Pools for sure. That's next week.
Did you buy your tickets yet?
No.
Okay.
Maybe Mount Joy. Hippocampus probably not.
Dude, the Hippocampus and Lumineers would be a dream, but I told Liz upstairs, and I hate saying this, but it's the only way to put it into perspective. If Mac Miller came back to life and came to me and said, I'm going to have a private concert just for you, but it's at Star Lake, I'd probably have to think about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
No.
It's a nightmare. But them two together would be an amazing show, I feel like.
It just feels like compared to Stage AE, you feel like 10 miles away from the act because they have that seating section. You know?
I've been to Merriweather in Maryland more recent than there, but I assume it's like the same thing where like when we saw Anderson .Paak, we were as far back as you could possibly be without being outside of the venue, and I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
Like I could see like a little, a guy in a suit down there, but he could have been anybody. So it doesn't feel. We've been to shows that feel really intimate, and so it's hard to go to like bigger shows, especially like an arena show.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't do the same for me. Anybody else coming?
The Fruit Bats, I'm going to go see.
The Fruit Bats?
The Fruit Bats.
You have to put me on them.
My boy Vance Joy is coming.
I
finally.
saw the Vance Joy one.
So that'll be cool. I paid for a concert of his during COVID, like an online concert.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
That's kind of sick, actually. They should have sent you like a t-shirt or something.
I know.
Like, buy the Zoom concert, here's like a tour shirt.
I remember the one thing he said was that bagels are like his favorite thing about the U.S. They don't have bagels in Australia, allegedly.
That seems strange to me. I thought that was a universal thing.
And Saint Motel and the Wombats are coming.
Are they coming together?
No, separate.
Shit.
A couple weeks apart.
We should go see the Wombats.
A week apart, exactly.
Did you didn't go to Saint Motel to come see Small Pools?
Correct.
Remember? Yeah, I thought that was them.
But I'd still like to go see them.
Yeah,
honestly.
that would be cool. Another FIFA band to add to my list.
But I know like at least 5 songs of theirs, you know?
I know at least 2, the ones on FIFA.
What kind of riveting news did you discover?
I was reading a story. I wasn't going to use this because I couldn't really find too much in the indie world. But are you familiar with a band called Sports Team?
I'm not.
They're like a UK rock band, and they just got into the US to start their US tour. I couldn't find if it was their first one. I don't think that it is. But they pulled into Vallejo, California, which is one of the places that the Zodiac Killer was
Nice.
making his mark. I don't know why that stuck out to me, but they were actually robbed at gunpoint at a Starbucks.
Damn.
There's a video that I didn't watch because I don't like watching people in those moments.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange to me, but yeah, man, they're on their way to, I think, either Sacramento or San Francisco for their first leg for the first night, and they were robbed at gunpoint. They lost passports and stage equipment, personal items. I was reading the story, and they were very, gracious and open with the experience, but I can't imagine coming in to a country to start a tour and that's how you start it.
Yeah.
And they're still gonna play, like everything's gonna go, the show must go on, but
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I can't imagine starting your tour like that.
Yeah. That would suck.
I'm sorry it had to be in the United States.
I guess you'd expect like Chicago or something. But we were playing at the Moose one night, and another band that was playing with us had their car broken into and had stuff stolen.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, hide your instruments.
Of all places, a Starbucks in Vallejo.
Yeah, that's
just
weird.
Of random, I could imagine they were not, expecting that, like completely caught
Well,
off
and
guard.
fucking having to get everything over here.
You're inside,
You
like,
know what I
I
mean?
want a venti cappuccino, and there's some dude taking your speaker, like walking down the street with your speaker, and then to confront them and
Jeez.
just, I don't know. I think it's good on them for still continuing though, because I imagine that would shake me up, and
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to keep
Back
playing.
across the pond, I would go for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. New Music Friday. It's Monday, but what did you have? What were you listening to on Friday?
So this is not new as of this past Friday. I was trying to get into there was a lot of talk on like the indie Reddit about the new Car Seat Headrest album.
I saw that.
I've never really gotten into them, but apparently
I feel like they'd be right up your alley.
I've been just trying to get into the album and see. I haven't really gotten into them as a band. But I wanted to take this opportunity. Okay. You cut this part out of me.
Yeah, if I remember.
Shit. We haven't talked about Joe's album.
Not yet. That was, yeah, that's one of mine.
It's one of yours on this episode?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what I really wanted to like find an opportunity to listen to talk about that.
Yeah.
And so I think this is the perfect opportunity. So, you didn't have that for New Music Friday, did you?
No, I had it for Artist of the Month. My Artist of the
Ooh.
Month, which was Joe.
That's a good one. Well, I figured let's just get into it, man. What a fucking album.
Yeah.
Like from start to finish. It's like when Poppy told you it's like a Beatles album.
Yellow, Beatles.
It the 3 tracks at the end. Yeah, I don't have enough good things to say. It's I look at him completely different now as an artist in a good way. Because like End of Beginning was huge, and I listened to that album a little bit, but it took me 1.5 listens to this album to really like realize like, oh shit, he's legit.
Yeah.
As far as like the songwriting and the production, every little instrument, every little like sound effect.
Yep. It's a great collaboration of like a bunch of different 80s sounds and bands.
Even like before like 60s.
Yeah.
I was getting a lot of like 60s vibes.
Charlie's Garden for sure. That one.
Yeah, that's like the
Beatles
quintessential
song.
Beatles. I'm at a point in my life where I'm starting to feel like are things like it's hard to make something completely original.
Yeah.
And even the most original things we're sitting here talking about the Beatles and, you know, like an 80s sound. But this feels as close to like original as I've heard in a while, where like I can't compare it to anything. It feels completely fresh. I'm obsessed with Golden Line. That's like a First Dance type. But I mean, just the way he sings it is incredible.
Now he sings 2 different ways. He's either like da 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 da, or he's like nee, nee, nee,
like
nee.
falsetto.
Yeah, I prefer the falsetto personally.
I like the mix of each one.
Even Basic being basic, it took me until like today listening to it where I'm like, you know what, this song is actually pretty cool. Like even that one, I didn't like it at first and I really like it now.
It's a good second track.
Yeah.
To like keep the album going. It took me 3 or 4 to get into Potion.
Really?
Which was
That's sad.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard it, it tickled my chakras, dude.
It took me a couple times. It's not sad anymore because I love it, but
yeah.
I was so hooked on Back on You. I keep wanting to say Back to You. Look it up because it's like the first verse is about like him and his sisters, obviously right up my alley, and then the second one is about like his best friend. But like the end of the song, like when there's no more singing, all the way to the end is incredible. Like the guitar on it, and then finishing up with Crux, just kind of ties everything into like a neat little bow. Like I said, it feels like the most like original thing I've heard in a while. It feels so fresh.
Yeah. And it reminds me of Vessel almost because all the songs are so different, you know?
Is this his sophomore album?
I actually think it's his junior album.
Ooh.
I think there was one that I didn't really listen to.
It is in fact his junior album.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's when you discover someone, like I knew of him before End of Beginning, but then you watch 2 TikToks and there's a 50% chances on one of those. Every sad boy TikTok I've ever watched has that on there. But this album helped me to like appreciate him more as like a songwriter and an artist.
Even End of Beginning I've loved for years now. Honestly.
It's one of those like TikTok songs that outgrew TikTok. It's like actually a good song.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or it was I knew it before it was on TikTok. But anyway, you knew I was going to say that,
Let
dog.
the people know.
You knew I was going to say that.
It's also a perfect like spring album.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like not an awakening, but I don't know. This album made me feel like it's like coming to life. It's just so bright and happy.
No, it is.
Um.
I really want to go see him, but tickets are like 200 quid.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Probably for Bleeds too.
yeah.
Is
And
he
it's
is
not
he
in
doing an
Pittsburgh.
arena?
I don't
Do you know?
know. I think it in DC he's playing the Anthem.
That's a good venue for him.
That's where we
We
no.
went for Hippocampus.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
That's a good
I
venue.
feel like he's
for,
too big. Dude, end of beginning has 1.5 billion listens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like he could do an arena
Yeah.
like easily, but I feel like his music and his style fit like an Anthem type.
Yeah.
I would love to see him.
Me too.
That would be an incredible concert. But I had to use my New Music Friday to just get a way to talk about him.
Yeah,
Somehow.
we'll be doing that one for sure.
Yeah.
Now, do we have to do every album from a band or can we like cherry pick?
Luckily, it's our podcast, so we can do whatever the fuck we want. I like that we've been doing like bands from the start. We can do whatever we want.
You're right.
So, what did you have for New Music Friday?
I had Tomatoes by Briston Maroney. I sent it to you guys a couple weeks ago.
Do you have to say it like tomatoes? Is that how they say
He
it?
No, he says tomatoes. More like that. But
Briston Maroney.
yeah. I've loved Briston Maroney for years now. And he's opening up for Peach Pit
Are you going
on
to
that
that one?
tour. Mm-hmm. In Canada.
What's this now? 5 times?
4. I don't really count. The festival ones are like a halftime for me.
Do you count those as half?
Kind of.
Okay.
Because it's like a quarter of a set.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think of it as like seeing them, like perform.
Yeah.
Like just times I've seen them. They're a band that I would see like for their own set though, for sure. I've only ever seen them at the festival. So
Dude, I'm so geeked to see him in Canada, honestly.
Toronto, right?
Yeah.
That's so sick. I've heard Toronto's a lot of fun.
We need to book our hotel, actually.
Yeah, you should probably get on that. When is it?
The week after Chris's wedding. So we'll be driving back here and then driving back past there.
Dude. I tell you to just go to Toronto, but I imagine a hotel for a week is probably a couple of coins.
Yeah. Couple doubloons.
Yeah. Couple of quid. You did send this to us. Ask
Yeah.
me if I listened to it.
I know you didn't.
No, I saved it.
Nice.
Didn't listen to it. I tend to do that. It's been a hell of a couple of weeks with like the wedding and
Yeah. It's kind of flown by. I haven't been listening to that much music at all, to be honest with you. So
I don't know. I've had some comfort music on recently, and then when I start to prepare for like for this episode or the last segment one as well, I just did my whole Discover Weekly, and then do you know if you go to like new releases and scroll down, it's like all new indie, all new rock. Like I go through that a lot too.
Oh, nice.
My Discover Weekly had some bops this week that I'm excited for.
Guess next is first time listening.
Briston's an interesting name.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm caught up on it.
I think he's from California.
Briston. That's a California name if I've ever heard it. It's a nice name. I like it. Different. First time listen. Me or you?
I'll give you mine first.
Okay.
It's Next Exit by Vacations.
Oh, Vacations.
I know you know them, but I don't know if you know
Yeah.
this song.
I don't think that I do. And by that I mean I don't. For sure.
All right.
I forget what song I had by Vacations.
It was probably that Never Gonna Give You Up. They did a cover of it. I think I showed it to you.
Go to artist. I know they did that. Telephones? No. Let's listen to the next exit.
All right. Let's listen to it. All right. What'd you think of Next Exit by Vacaciones? Nexit.
I liked it. You know, I'm a sucker for a song that like has like faded vocals and then it just like crashes back in. I might be way off here, but his voice reminds me of like Poppy's voice in a way, like in that song.
Really?
Like it's not falsetto, but it's like a higher pitched singing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like I was listening to it and just like I could hear like some of Poppy's songs and like, and it also could be the vibe of the song too,
Yeah.
which is a compliment to both artists. But yeah, I'm a sucker for like that. Also like that quick like drum beat, like in a faster paced song. My favorite part is definitely like the faded vocals in the
So,
last
yeah,
chorus. Like
I
back
like the
into.
guitar a lot. Din 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 din.
Reminds me of this other song I know. I can't think of it. I'm gonna hear it and think of it too. But it has like that similar guitar riff in the beginning. It's a really summery song. I did like that. I like that a lot.
I always like when people sing real low and then they go falsetto and then they go back to low.
Joe style.
Yes.
Yeah, man. That Never Gonna Give You Up cover though is like that. Like lifted them to another tier for me when I heard that.
I didn't know they were so big, almost 10 million monthly listeners. Like,
I was gonna say I've heard of them a lot. I haven't listened to them like thoroughly, but but yeah, good song, man. Thank you for that.
yeah. What do you got for me?
What do I have for you? Where is it? Are you familiar with Midnight Faces?
Band?
Yes.
No.
The song is called Feeling Like a Stranger.
Okay.
Little Discover Weekly guy.
Oh, nice.
They never let me down.
All right. I'm going to spin it
Spin that.
on my Spotify.
Shit.
All right. That was Feels Like a Stranger by Midnight Faces.
You can venture a guess as to what sold the song for me.
The stop and then it comes back in.
That and the saxophone.
Really?
The
I do
little-
have the
little
sax.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have the bass line is familiar. Do 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 do.
Yeah,
do, do,
it's-
do, do.
It kind of I have a thing for like those. I showed you the other I'm on Fire. It's like
Yep.
night driving songs. There's a certain aesthetic to like a song when you're driving at night. It's got a little bit of like an 80s like retro wave type
Yeah.
deal too, but the sax kind of makes it all for me. I also like I need to know right now if you're in or out. Coming back to your song Next Exit, I always like that there's a simple way to say things like let me know how we are or I'm gonna leave. No, let me know before I take the next exit on the highway I'm on. Kind of, I like songs that have a creative way of saying something so simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is another Discover Weekly gem that just popped on, and the sax really sold it for me. So I
Yeah.
wanted to share it with you.
I like the effect on his voice.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you. It's kind of like singing in one of those old gramophone things.
Yeah, I never
almost.
know what to call those. It's the gramophone. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of like reverb to it, which fits the aesthetic of the song for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, songs there's certain aesthetics that I think artists are going for, and sometimes they nail it, and sometimes it's just not really there. But I think this one really nails what they were going for. So,
Me too.
I like the guitar. It has a very like I don't know, like a hippocampus-y vibe to like the sound of the guitar. It's all in all a great track in my mind.
I like that the chorus doesn't really crescendo at all.
I was
It
waiting
goes down a little bit. Actually,
the whole song. I was waiting for like it to like you said crescendo. I kind of by the end I liked that it didn't. I liked that it just kept one kind of vibe the whole time. But yeah, I would have preferred a crescendo, but I'm happy with the end product, not knowing maybe a crescendo would have ruined it. I like that they didn't change it up. They started strong and ended strong and didn't try and go up or down too much on that. So
yeah. No, it's a cool song.
no, I like it. I like it a lot.
It also could have been your hidden gem highlight, probably.
Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot to it, but
It looks like they're not around anymore, would be my guess. The last album was 2016.
Nope.
So like so many great indie bands.
They struck in the heyday and then just decided to fade off right off into the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Speaking of Hidden Gem Highlight, time for Hidden Gem Highlight.
What did you have?
I have a song that's called Stay by Hotel Apache. Are you familiar with them at all?
It sounds familiar.
They are one of the most Small Poolsy bands I've ever heard not named Small Pools. It's like a perfect mix of like Small Pools and like Great Good Fine Okay.
Okay.
Very indie pop. But Stay is the song that I was highlighting because it's their most popular one, and I think for good reason. But it's such a Small Pool song.
Really?
A lot of their other songs are like kind of 80s, like retro wave, very poppy. But when I heard Stay, I was like, is this a Small Pool song?
I'll check it out.
I like the,
Seems like they've been around since 2017.
Yeah, they've been around for a minute. It looks like they took a little bit of a break. As far as like major releases and albums.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like the aesthetic of their albums. You know, I'm a sucker for synth. Yeah, from 2021 to 2024, there wasn't anything that came out. And they just released a single last week that I actually haven't heard yet. I was trying to get into more of their like popular stuff and get a real feel for how they sound.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend checking out Stay if you like Small Pools. Little more pop and synth. They remind me of like Great Good Fine Okay as well.
Okay.
But yeah, and I'd say they're hidden. Only 220,000 monthly listeners.
Oh,
no
yeah.
Wikipedia page, so
That's the telltale sign.
that is for me the telltale. Like no Wikipedia means you're not there yet. But hopefully this new batch of like releases will get them a little bit of attention. So
Yeah. I mean, they're 220,000 is a decent amount for an indie band.
it's more than I have in my monthly listeners. But yeah, what did you have for Hidden Gem Highlight? This should be a
had
major surprise.
City Kitty by the French Cassettes.
Oh, you had Joe for Artist of the Month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, should be a major surprise.
Oh, I was wondering why.
Whoops. Say it one more time.
City Kitty by the French Cassettes. I have a signed vinyl of theirs upstairs.
Shut up.
Um,
Having a signed vinyl by anybody is sick. It's like
Yeah.
somebody you don't know made music, put it on a vinyl, and then signed it for
and
you.
the worst part is having to ask them to sign it.
Yeah, or you just have a date that doesn't give a shit and just ask for you.
That's true.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah, luckily
sure.
Casey was with me and we met them. They were really nice. The lead singer had just broken his leg, and they still played. It was awesome.
Was he just up there in a wheelchair, like just chilling?
Yeah.
Or? That's so sick.
Yeah, or
They're,
had crutches or something. I think he was seated for sure. Seated. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and they
think
dropped
they're
an EP
very
in
big.
2013, and then looks like nothing else until 2018 when they dropped City Kitty.
Yeah,
As I say, they look like a relatively newer band, but just a random EP off in the 2013 era.
yeah. Rolodex is the big one that I liked,
Yeah, that's off the 2020.
and their new one is pretty good too.
I like that album cover.
Yeah,
I don't know what
the
I like.
Rolodex.
Yeah,
I'll show you it upstairs. It's really cool looking.
That's the one you have?
Yep.
That's so sick.
Yeah, they were awesome though. You
French
check
Cassettes.
out the song. It's like it sounds like it's being played on a bass, but it's being played on a guitar, and I only knew that because I saw them.
Where did you see them?
They opened for that band that you
No
know.
Vacation?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
That was
I
them,
went
right?
for them. Yeah,
You went for the French Cassette. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You did tell me that you went for the opener, but then you ended up liking No Vacation.
yep.
Okay. Funny how these stories all come to.
I know, right? Yeah, they're pretty sick though.
I like
Oh.
their aesthetic.
Yeah, City Kitty's definitely their best song. I think
152,000 monthly listeners.
not very much.
You've outdone me.
I could find one with 30 if you want.
Yeah, dude.
Friday Jr.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, big shout out to Friday Jr. Dan's very own, and our other friends as well, but releasing your first album.
Yes, sir.
How's that been since then?
It's been good. Got a decent amount of listens, honestly. Just happy if anyone listens to it. So haven't really branched out, you know?
It was cool to hear. Like, I've only heard you guys live, obviously, at your shows, but to hear it, like with, you know, in a studio setting, to hear this, like, Tyler sounds not different, but like everybody, but especially Tyler being the lead vocalist.
Oh,
like,
you could probably actually understand the words for the first time.
I mean, there's a lot going on at your shows. It's very loud, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
I like my music to be absolutely destroying my eardrums. But yeah, it was cool to hear everything like fine tuned.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like the backing vocals were a major one.
Yeah.
Hear you guys in the background on a few songs was like, oh shit, I didn't even realize. I
Yeah.
see you doing it, but I don't hear it.
Yeah.
I really liked was it BB Love that was the acoustic?
Mm-hmm.
You were very prominent on that one, which I loved. I listened to it on the way down to the wedding.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, listen to the whole thing. You guys sound fucking great, man.
Thank you.
Whoever did like the like the mixing or whoever helps you with
that
that
was all
stuff.
Poppy.
Yeah,
The mastering was all Dan with
that's who I'm
Just
yeah.
Records, but
Yeah, that's a great collaboration if it's both of them because it sounded really, really good.
yeah. And it wasn't like $5,000, you know?
That's
we
good.
got it done cheap and
Only 4,500, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's exciting. It's cool to know it'll be on the internet forever now.
Yeah, no
One of
matter
those
what.
things.
No matter
Just
what
like,
happens.
That's dad lore. 25 years from now. What, you were Uncle Dan was in a band? Yeah, I was. It's on Spotify as long as we pay our $1 a year.
That's right. I'll pay one of your years for you. It's
Thanks,
like
bro.
one of your biggest fans, man. I gotta contribute somehow. But sad I missed the release show. I would have loved to have been there for that.
May 30th, we got another one.
But yeah, I'll definitely be at the May 30th. I got a couple.
And
other-
Darren better be there too. It's in the calendar. I
He
don't know
did
if you
put it in the
remember
calendar.
that.
I
just
remember it.
remembered that.
I've thought about it. I was like, was he being serious or was he just caught up in the moment? But yeah, I mean, if not Darren, you've got some fans coming.
Yeah.
Definitely
Oh,
some
yeah.
ones that I'm bringing. So excited to see you guys outdoor. I've never seen you outdoors
Yeah,
before.
our own sound guy.
I
Should be
mean,
cool.
a month ago was the first time I've seen you outside of Bar 11. So
That's true. Bar 31. Yeah.
Bar 31, shout out Bar 11 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you guys. I always excited to see your covers too. So
We're going to start them tomorrow. See what we.
you got practice tomorrow.
Yeah. First one since the last show. So
Yeah, I heard only good things about that show. So
thank you.
not surprised, but yeah, congrats to you
Appreciate
guys
it,
on
buddy.
that, man. That's to say you guys made music, put it on an album, and released it to the world is like to me that always seemed, and it's an incredible feat. But like, here you are
Yeah.
doing it, man. Just yeah,
Well, thanks, buddy.
congrats to you guys on that. I had that written next to New Music Friday. I had make sure to mention Friday Junior. So I'm glad you said it. Hidden gem highlight though.
Yeah.
Shout out Helsinki.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, are we done with hidden gem highlight?
I
got
think
lost there.
so.
Glazing you guys. We've turned album of the month into artist of the month. I was not going through albums as much as I was kind of just going through different artists. So I asked you if we could switch it to artist of the month. My artist of the month, I'm going to be talking about an album.
Grayscale.
Yeah, how did you know, man? I
'Cause
should
they made
find
an
a way
album?
to put them into every single. Our first segment episode, I think there were 3 of my segments.
Mm-hmm.
But funny enough, my artist of the month is actually Flip Turn.
Nuh-uh.
Swear to God.
You know we cover them, right?
Which one do you do by them?
Dizzy on the Come Down. That's not Flip Turn.
No, I was gonna say I don't think you guys have done a Flip Turn.
No, I do know Flip Turn.
You know August? That's like their big
August.
one.
Yeah.
August, honey.
Yeah.
That's like the big one. Darren, I think a year, maybe 2 years ago now, at some point, showed me Sad Disco.
I was thinking of Turnover. Sorry. That was
Turnover, yeah.
Turnover.
I like Turnover too. But I knew August, obviously, that's like their big one. Chicago is also really good.
Yep.
I like Chicago more.
I have
than
5
August.
songs by them, actually.
Do you have Sad Disco saved?
I have August 3 times.
Single version, album version.
Acoustic, normal, and Audio Tree Live. And then I have Vanilla and Chicago. But I feel like I've heard Sad Disco.
And Darren showed me that song like a year or two ago, and it's fucking incredible.
Yeah, Flip Turn's awesome.
Yeah, I like, because I had heard August in Chicago, and I was like, okay, that's their vibe. And then I heard Sad Disco, and I'm like, this feels like a 180 from what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Like, I'll send it to you or just save it. It's incredible song. Another one of a Darren classic. But I actually, what's made them my artist of the month, I just got into their most recent album, Burnout Days.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
came
see
out
it
in
here.
January. Dan, this album is fucking incredible.
Really? I
Out
see
of-
it looks like it's already got like millions of listens, so that's cool.
It's, I mean, they're big.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the pipes on him, like,
yeah, he's
fuck,
got a
man.
hell of a fucking voice. I was gonna do one of those songs for the first time listen, but I wanted you to listen to the album as a whole. So I was gonna do the first song, and then I was like, you know what, I'll use it for my artist of the month because I really have been into this album. But yeah, Juno and Rodeo Clown are incredible. I really like Right? Question mark? Right.
Right. I'll save it.
It's, I get a lot of Hippocampus vibes from this.
Really?
From this album. Especially a couple of songs, but it's a very like mellow album. And it's been kind of speaking to my soul recently, so
I think they came last year or recently.
I think they did too. I'm pretty sure I saw them, and I wanted to go. I didn't see them, but I saw them.
I didn't
coming,
know
and
you
I
were a
wanted to.
fan too. Nice.
Yeah, I really enjoy them, especially with this new album. But I was maybe similar to some other people, like just kind of like August in Chicago, or we'll just say August. Like, okay, that's their vibe. And August is kind of a little overplayed to me,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
I
That's
got
why
3 versions of it.
I fancy Chicago. Yeah, it's overplayed for you for sure. I fancy Chicago a little bit more,
Yeah.
and then Sad
I'm
Disco.
going to Chicago.
I think I have 3 versions of Sad Disco.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. I have 2 of the same. I have. Oh no, they're both explicit. I just have 2 Sad Discos.
Single and not single?
No, they're from the album. Maybe one's like extended version.
Probably. And then it came up again. You were like, what? I thought I had this saved. So
I
then
do
you
that
saved it again.
every time. No, they're both Shadow Glow regular. I don't know. But then I have acoustic, so yeah, I have that one 3 times. But definitely check out Burnout Days. I highly recommend.
Dude.
It's a good like video game, like while you're playing video games.
Burnout Paradise?
Oblivion Remastered. Burnout Paradise.
Yeah, mine was Joe, DJO.
Really?
Yeah, my artist of the month.
Never seen that coming.
Yeah, everything we said about him is still true. I didn't change my mind in the last hour, to be honest with you.
Your face at the wedding when Golfer mentioned the album and you were like, you like Joe? That was
I forgot
so
you told me
wholesome.
about that. You told me that he sent it to you too. And
Yeah,
I just forgot.
He sent it. Yeah, you sent me Potion, and then he was like, Kiki, have you heard this Joe album? And I was like, no, but Dan sent it to me, and I'm going to get into it.
Mm-hmm. It was
this
on a
wasn't-
Friday.
This wasn't one of those cases where I said that and then completely forgot. Like, I actually was like, okay, I want to see what this is about. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I did.
Yeah, it's a great album. Honestly, I might go back and check out like his old ones now.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's kind of elevated him and my respect for him as an artist. So I'm definitely gonna go back with like a different mindset of like listening to these albums.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to sound like I didn't take him seriously, but I in the beginning was a TikTok song. He's in Stranger Things. So I'm like, okay, like maybe that stuff is carrying him and making, I think this album really showed me that he deserves respect as an artist in his own right, minus the TikTok, minus Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm. He's not like a freaking Nickelodeon star who they just made like make music and it's
the
bad.
vibe that I was scared I was gonna get.
Yeah, no, it's actually really good. Maybe they'll finish Stranger Things eventually now.
Yeah, about 20 years from now.
Yeah.
11 is going to be 111.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that show, so excited for whatever they put out. But yeah, Jesus Christ, man, it's been, oh my God, it's going to be almost 10 years. It came out in like 2016.
Oh my God.
It came out right after I moved to Virginia.
But the last season was phenomenal.
Don't know why I thought you were going to say something negative. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I loved the last season. I loved them all, really.
Yeah.
But
I need to watch them back. I mean, even that one came out 2021, 2022.
I was still living in Virginia. So
yeah.
2022, I'm pretty sure.
So that's a while ago.
Yeah. It's a hell of a show, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do it justice in the end. But I'm big on like the 80s nostalgia, even though I didn't live in it. Like my parents also can relate, and I'm a big fan of anything 80s.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how they do. See what the soundtrack's like that they picked.
Joe Keery's scene, it's in season 3 where he's in the bathroom and he's they were in there watching Back to the Future. I forget what they took, but they were like obviously like high or something. And he's in the bathroom trying to figure out what he had just seen in Back to the Future. Dude, I was fucking rolling. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's an incredible artist in his own right. So this album really shed some light on that. So I'm grateful for that. Hey guys, thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed some of the content that we shared with you today. Be sure to tune in next time for an in-depth look at another one of our favorite albums.
Be sure to check out our socials in the description, and we'll see you in the next one.